What is up, everybody? Hope all is well. Today, I am out here this morning. I am at Roche-a-Cri State Park here in Wisconsin, and I am headed out to do a stair climbing challenge. For some of you new guys to the channel, I do have a couple genetic heart conditions. I have hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, and I also have permanent atrial fibrillation. Now, I do generally keep myself in pretty good condition. I do a lot of walking, a lot of hiking, and stuff like that. But with these particular conditions, it doesn't matter how good a shape I get myself into, inclines always kick my ass. And there just ain't no way of getting around that stuff. But even when that's the case, I like to do an incline challenge just for the heck of it. It is a beautiful Sunday morning, probably low 60s right now. No complaints. We got a pretty cool rock here on the way to the walking spot here. This thing is always hard to get a good photograph of, but it is pretty cool. One who loves rock, supporting the old Led Zeppelin today. Kind of slept in a bit this morning. It is currently 9:33 a.m., but looks like everybody else slept in as well. So far, not seeing anybody else out here. We are out here on a 3-day camping trip. Yes, staying in our uninsulated van without a max air fan, working wonderfully, but we're having beautiful temperatures here. I think it's supposed to be 80 today, 80 tomorrow. I think the day we got here it was about 70, and yesterday was 70. So perfect conditions for staying in a van that does not have insulation. I believe our van was 58 degrees when we woke up this morning. Perfect sleeping weather. It is perfectly calm right now. Not a leaf on a tree is moving. Looks like there's one hiker out here this morning, as this is a hiking trailhead. And if you want to read that, go ahead and hit pause. My wife and my dog decided to stay back at the van as my wife's knee is bothering her a little bit, and it is a pain in the butt to carry the dog up all these stairs because they won't allow you to do it with the dog off on its own. You got to carry it up if you want to bring your dog. Sometimes I gotta say, I think a lot of these places, the rules are a little bit too strict when it comes to where you can and where you cannot bring your dog. But I get it. There's always the random idiot out there that probably ruins it for everybody else. But this was a decent little walk just to get to the stairs. So definitely a good way to wake up my Sunday morning, getting this little workout in. Approaching the stairs, I see a group of people there. I don't like doing a ton of filming when I'm around a group of strangers, so we will see how this goes. Of course, you know how it goes. Probably nobody been here all day. I get here, now we got some people to deal with. I was hoping for a nice peaceful walk up here, but got a little family up here to deal with. We'll see what happens. I kind of got to be a bit cautious anyway. Read the body. Make sure I'm not pushing myself too hard. And away we go. Like I said, Doesn't take much incline to get to me. As a carpenter, I always thought this would be a great project. Building up the side of a rock. I think that'd be pretty fun. You know what? It's funny. Sure, they don't allow dogs up this thing, but they allow little kids up this thing. And that's all I'm hearing all the way up this trail is a little kid making a lot of racket. And yes, I am just kidding, guys. It does not bother me. But here we go. More steps. This past spring, I was over in northern Georgia, and I think we did about 800 steps. It was quite a bit more than this. And we conquered that, so we'll make it here. Now, I gotta admit, sure, my heart has some problems, but I still love my heart. But every once in a while, I like to push it and kind of give it the middle finger and say, F you, heart. You might not want to do this today, but we're gonna do it anyway. A ways to go yet. Let's do it. This has always been one of my favorite state parks. I've been coming here since I was a little kid with my mom and dad and a bunch of their friends and some other relation. So this is kind of like my home state park. I like trying to get here once a year if I can. It has been a few years since I climbed up these steps. If you look at these steps, and you can hear that they're made out of metal, and they got like a gritty finish on them, so they're more sticky to your feet. And obviously, those won't rot away as fast as a standard deck board or piece of treated lumber. Whew. More steps. I'll say this, every step further we go, the closer we get to the big payoff at the end. So stay tuned for that. I am starting to feel it, and people are starting to catch me from behind. And this looks like the longest section yet. Yikes. You can see the big timbers here, leg bolts bored into these big posts here. Of course, the safety fence. That's to keep the little rugrats from falling off the side. Last few steps right here, guys. This will take us to the overlook. There you have it. Nice views from up here. You can hear the sound of Wisconsin in the background, which is a Harley-Davidson motorcycle. You can almost see Uranus if you look hard enough. It's pretty cool when you can look above the forest. Good stuff. I think some people don't think this kind of stuff exists here in Wisconsin, but we got a lot of bluffs around here. Very Tennessee-esque, North Georgia-esque, but maybe not quite the size yet. Beautiful all the same. And what is more beautiful than home? All right, let's head back on out of here. Good news for me, going downhill does not bother me at all. Going down, much easier. Though, my legs feel a bit more like jello going downhill. And just like that, we're done. Let's head back to camp. According to my phone, upon getting to the bottom of that hill, we hit the 1 mile mark. So not a very long distance, but definitely a hard enough workout, I would say. So maybe another half mile, give or take, back to camp. Actually, you know what? I can cut around on a hiking trail. So maybe I'll do that. So stick around, I'll show you that little bit of trail over here. I definitely warmed up on those stairs over there, but I'm not like dripping sweat or anything like that. But that's kind of why I wanted to get out here earlier, because once it gets towards 80 degrees, that'll be a bit uncomfortable for me. Late August here, I believe it's the last day of August maybe, and we're heading into some cooler temperatures. Finally starting to feel it. And I gotta say, it feels pretty damn nice. I'm not necessarily looking forward to summer going away, but I'm definitely looking forward to summer temperatures going away. But now it gets dark earlier, so you're feeling the change is in the air. I myself, I prefer the longer days of summertime. Though in the fall, early winter, you know, I can embrace the coziness, at least for a little while. But once January 1st rolls around, I'm usually ready for the cold stuff to be over with. And unfortunately, that's when the real cold stuff is just starting, at least here in Wisconsin. I would have no problems traveling south from January into April and get the heck out of the cold stuff. Anyway, now I'm just blabbing. All right, here we are at that side trail, headed back to the campsite. Back up alongside the rock here, there is a trail that cuts back over to the campground. It's pretty cool up here. Adams County got a lot of pine kind of forest, and you can kind of get the hint of smell. And I don't have the greatest sniffer in the world, but just something about it. I really like the pine forest. And of course, the start of this trail is a little bit more incline, so not quite done with the inclines just yet. Beautiful Wisconsin summertime woods. It's hard to beat. There you have it, guys. That is going to be the end of the video. I'm sure you guys got stuff to do. I do as well. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.